Do you want to talk about your political views or philosophy?
I am a left-wing anarchist, idealistically, pragmatically. I'm a democratic socialist. I studied politics and history, so I am burdened by actually knowing what these terms mean, which is a route to madness. Do not recommend.
Anarchist?
Mm-hmm.
In what sense?
I believe that it would be best if we made it so that the maximum amount of people had the maximum amount of freedom, and I believe that that's the best course. I also don't think it's currently achievable. I think it would require a highly technological post-scarcity society, something like Ian M. Banks's Culture or a Star Trek future, something like that, for it to be possible. So I view it as an unattainable ideal.
I was going to look up a very topical, or come up with my own, culture ship name to use, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. And
An
I'm
inordinate
very sad.
fondness for Beatles.
Oh, damn it! That's good! Oh! See, this is why you're the creative type, and I'm the fucking not creative type. I mean, I'm a little bit creative in some ways, but
It's that's from a phrase that an entomologist said. He was asked to speculate on the nature of God, and he said he must have had an inordinate fondness for Beatles because there's so many of them.
I view the culture or the Federation, but like the culture especially, as being like my ideal society as well.
Yeah, the culture is probably closer because it doesn't really have a government per se. It's just everyone kind of goes about doing their own thing. And any kind of order is emergent. And that's kind of closer to the anarchistic ideal. Because it doesn't mean without leaders, it just means you consent, and a leader in the moment might emerge and then fade back away, and someone else might take over when it comes to something else. It doesn't mean chaos, and that's important.
You know, it's weird because a lot of people look at GamerGate and they see this reactionary movement. And here, like in some ways, our ideal world, albeit one that we probably aren't anywhere near, is one where there is no order. There's only the order is what you make it.
Yeah.
And there's no there's even the definition of what is a person is so subjective and changing. What is your gender? What is your species? Um, or was this? Can they change species in the culture, or was that only the algebraist?
Might be the algebraist.
Okay, okay, because I haven't read all the culture books, but I
They
have read
can
a couple.
definitely change sex in the culture by
Yes,
thinking about it.
but it's weird because like today the people who hate Gamergate, or I guess like Gamergate doesn't exist anymore, but like, in my eyes at least it doesn't. But the people who really dislike us, a lot of them like believe in like gender fluidity and stuff like that, and they would think that we would like despise those books
Yeah.
in that world.
It's I see. I think Gamergate was an example of practical anarchism, because there were no leaders. Um, operations were largely emergent. Different people would emerge and have a certain amount of influence, and then they would fade away. and someone else would emerge and take over for something else. So, yeah, weirdly, I think Gamergate was somewhat successful case of practical anarchism. It bothers me as a lifelong leftist that a lot of these people, the quote SJWs unquote back in the day, or the woke scolds today, whatever you want to call them, they think of themselves as left wing, but they have no class analysis. It's all identity politics. They're in favor of hierarchies, just different ones to the ones we have now. You know, there's nothing left of meaningful left wing philosophy in their movements, and it bakes my noodle.
Hi, I'm Tachyon Blue. Thank you for watching another one of my GamerGate book video segments. Altogether, I've interviewed over 70 people involved with GamerGate, and I'm going to be launching a Kickstarter campaign in the coming weeks. So please, I need your support to help make this project a reality. I'm turning these 70 plus interviews into a multi-volume series of books, the first volume of which is already completed. And so I'd like you to please stay tuned for more information about the Kickstarter. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and comment. More updates will be coming in the near future. Thank you, and take care.